Hey everyone, I'm John Hayden, and let's queer up politics. 10 HIV/AIDS activists arrested after protesting Marco Rubio's PEPFAR cuts at a Senate hearing. It all went down yesterday on Capitol Hill after interrupting a Senate Foreign Relations Committee hearing involving Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The demonstrators, representing Housing Works, Health Gap, and Treatment Action Group and ACT UP, protested what they described as efforts to weaken PEPFAR, which stands for the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. Protesters held signs and chanted, "Rubio's cuts kill people with AIDS. PEPFAR saves lives." And here you can see a picture of some of them in the hallway locking arms. Capitol Police eventually removed them from the room and the hallway. There's some more of them holding their signs. According to organizers, the protest focused on concerns over proposed cuts to global HIV and public health programs. These activists accuse Rubio of attempting to dismantle the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and its role in PEPFAR, which supports about 12 million people receiving HIV treatment across 51 countries. The groups also criticized the withholding of billions of dollars in congressionally approved global health funding and say the administration is negotiating access to African mineral resources in exchange for HIV prevention and treatment assistance. Did you hear that? That's the corruption. Negotiating access for minerals for us so that you can get life-saving assistance. The protest comes amid ongoing backlash over the Trump-Vance administration's HIV/AIDS policy. Now, Rubio did issue a waiver in January of 2025, allowing PEPFAR and other life-saving humanitarian programs to continue operating during a broader freeze on foreign aid spending. HIV services providers say funding losses tied to the closure of USAID, or U.S. Agency for International Development, have severely disrupted care worldwide. Good for these people. I don't think, were they arrested and charged, or were they just?
They were let go. I mean,
okay,
yeah.
But either way, and they knew this would be the result.
Mm-hmm.
They knew that they would be pulled out. But to a certain extent, that's what they want. Because now we're talking about it. Now we're showing this video.
Right.
And why were they protesting? Now we get to tell the story of why they were protesting. So thank you, protesters, for going to this hearing. Thank you for shouting and holding your signs and saying, you are killing people. This, the true death toll, the true murder rate of this administration will never be able to be fully known or quantified, but it exists. So thank you guys for doing that.
And with what face that Marco Rubio has the audacity to say no one's been affected, no one has died over this. Like, you nasty, clammy hand-having gay man. Like, come on. Like, listen, ACT UP taught us silence equals death. And apparently some folks in Washington still need the reminder. HIV care is not a bargaining chip. It's not a culture war, and definitely not something you cut while smiling for cameras like these folks did.
You know, I know when I was there earlier this year for AIDS Watch and walking those halls and meeting with everybody there, it was like, we carried those same signs. Did they arrest us for anything? No. But it's like, okay, so what's the difference? What really got the attention that they had to get them out of there? Because there were lots of people in the hallways. I mean, they meet people in the hallways there.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, to them, that's another office space. Yeah. So what was the issue? That's what I don't really know. It's like, were they really causing disruption?
Hopefully they were.
Oh, well, I hope so, yes. But at the same time, it's just like, wow, just seeing that hallway and seeing those people, was like, I was down by that door. I know that area.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.